I want to thank both Undersecretaries Fernandez and Estevez for appearing before our committee today. Undersecretary Fernandez, just before today's hearing, I sent you a letter expressing concern with the challenges that our American businesses are facing in the People's Republic of China. You probably heard the same thing. American businesses have been subject to coercion behavior such as raids, confiscation of companies' property like telephones and computers. That behavior is largely seen as retaliation against the United States for sanctioning Chinese Communist Party officials for their human rights abuses, and also as a retaliation for the U.S. taking action to secure its most sensitive technologies through export controls. So what actions can you tell me that State Department is taking to address the CCP's retaliatory actions against American companies operating in China?
Thank you for your question. I received your letter yesterday, and you'll get a written response. Look, I get U.S. companies all the time who come into my office. They are afraid to make their complaints known to the PRC, so they ask us to do it on their behalf. But this is in the nature of this regime. It's not an aberration. These reports are a serious concern to the investor community. And what the PRC is trying to do is basically thread a line between conducting raids on foreign companies and also asking them to invest as foreign investors. And companies...
Talk specifically about what you are doing to help protect American interests.
So I'll tell you what we're doing. I engage with them, with U.S. companies all the time. We have issued business advisories. I have been the skunk in the room at U.S.-China business meetings.
What does business advisory entail? Telling them not to do business because of these? What does that business advisory that you talked about
It basically says
entail?
You've got to be careful in the PRC. You've got security laws that are vague, that are arbitrary, that can be used against your employees, can be used against you. As Secretary Raimondo has said in the past, China is taking actions that are making it uninvestable. And so we make that point.
Earlier, you spoke about a toolbox that State Department offers for countries facing economic coercion. Yes. Can you share what tools are available for vulnerable countries in the Indo-Pacific, as well as what measures are the Department of State implementing to better protect our partners in the Indo-Pacific from economic coercion?
Well, as I said earlier, we have a number of tools in our toolbox. Some of them, frankly, we didn't know we had. Some we were learning as we go along. Exim Bank has been quite helpful. The DFC, DOD, a number of the other agencies, our embassies in the Indo-Pacific opened up markets for Lithuania. We're working with a number of other countries in the Indo-Pacific as they express our concerns about Chinese coercion.
Can you also talk
and I'd
about...
be happy, if I could, I'd be happy in a different setting to give you some more details on that.
Okay. Well, can you tell me what the Department of State's plan is to encourage American businesses to move their critical supply chains out of China and towards like-minded and free trade-oriented partners throughout the Indo-Pacific?
Look, let's be clear. We're talking about de-risking, not decoupling. We are not telling people to leave China. What we're saying is we are providing opportunities for countries that want to go elsewhere to open up factories there. We're doing it in Vietnam. We're doing it in the Philippines. I just came back from both places. We're doing it in Latin America, and it is succeeding. We're getting companies that have decided to move their offices, move their factories, and we are supporting that through the ITSE fund, which is part of the CHIPS Act, as well as through the Inflation Reduction Act.
Well, thank you. One last question. Countries in the Indo-Pacific import significant volumes of goods from PRC, and the PRC is the largest trading partner of most countries in the region. So how big of a factor are unfair trade practices in making countries in the Indo-Pacific vulnerable to economic coercion?
They're very vulnerable. Many of them are vulnerable, and which is why they come to us and they ask us how we can help them. And you know what? We're providing help.
Thank you. I see that my time's up.